What is up, guys and gals and guys? Space Unicorn here, bringing you some hot FRAG Pro Shooter action. Today, we're going to take a look at the best defensive cards in FRAG Pro Shooter on the Nintendo Switch. Which one's the best? I mean, it's pretty obvious with the defensive cards that there's really only two you want, but we're going to leave it up for some discussion at the end. So with that being said, let's not waste any time and let's get straight into the video. Oh, by the way, just before, we do have a club launched on Switch called Twisted Alliance Gaming. I would love to have you guys come and join us over there so we can create the best team on the Nintendo Switch. Thank you, and here we go. Our first card we're going to talk about is Bobbler. Bobbler is a solid B tier. His ultimate ability does stun for a very long period of time, but he doesn't do enough damage. Very, very simple. Huge hitbox. B tier for me. Next up, we have Dolby. This card is a weird one for me to place. He's okay in the right situation on the right map, but I think for all purposes, you're going to think of him more as a low B tier option as far as a defensive card goes. Ultimate ability can be useful, but it takes a long time to charge up, and he just doesn't do enough damage. Next up, we have Hubble. This is an easy S tier, guys. His ultimate ability is really broken, and once you get the frag powers for it, it's even worse. With that being said, he will be getting nerfed here in the coming days. Looks like it's about a month away for the changes to him. But for now, he is one of the defensive characters you really want in your lineup. Kazulu. This card had a pretty big fall for anybody that knows the mobile variation of this that was so broken at one point. He is a C tier right now defender. His ultimate ability can be useful, especially on bridges. But other than that, he really doesn't do a lot of damage with his primary fire, and he's relatively slow. Bot Mama. This card is not in a good place, guys. This is a low C tier card. The only reason I have him at C tier, not D tier, is the AI from the bots can be a little bit annoying and a distraction, especially with people play on high aim assist. So C tier for this one. Prisoner 99. This is probably the highest B tier character we're going to have. His ultimate ability is useful in the correct situations, and if you can somehow manage to sneak him onto a tower on bridges, there's a way to one-shot the towers with the Saw Blade from this character. Oh, Fidelio. This is an easy D tier, guys. This guy really doesn't do anything well. He's got a huge hitbox, he's slow, his turret doesn't really hit its target quickly enough. Just easy D tier on that one. Queen Unicorn, easy A tier defensive character. This is really a defensive character that has some versatility and plays really well in all situations. Good damage, good speed, and good ult. A tier for Queen Unicorn. Okay, well, this guy's really just okay. He's a low C tier, could be a D tier, depending on who's playing him. Really doesn't do much well, but the heal is kind of nice. Von Doom. This card really doesn't do much well either. His ultimate ability is good, but his damage is not sufficient, and the heal amount he now receives as opposed to what he used to get isn't quite the same. This one is going to be a low B tier for me as well. Oh, poor Cleo. This card needs a role change. It's a D tier defensive character, but it could be probably a C or a B tier offensive character. Just a little hint for what's coming in the future for you. DJ Equalizer is one of the easiest A tier defensive characters out there, right with Queen Unicorn. This card has a great ultimate ability and does just enough damage to be relevant. With unlimited range, you're able to spam channels and create a lot of problems for an attacking player. Dr. Frost. For any of my mobile players out there who have been around a long time, Dr. Frost had a point where he was the best card in the game. Unfortunately, where he finds himself now is C tier. He's very slow, doesn't do a lot of damage unless you're really close, and just overall more of an issue for you on the defensive side than a benefit. Gigagoo. Primary fire sucks, but the ultimate ability is decent. C tier, pretty basic selection here for him. Unfortunately, he will be getting some changes though soon. Jab. Don't sleep on this card, guys. This is an easy A tier defensive character, and with the changes that are going to be coming, he is going to be one of the more broken characters in the game. Hint, hint, level up your jab for the next update. Jack El Padre, one of those cards that really doesn't do well yet, but the change is coming. But for now, he's going to be a C tier defensive card. Can be really devastating if you get him to a tower, though. Marco Polo, if you are an FCL player, this is probably your go-to defensive card. He does it well. Very well. Easy A tier. Not quite an S tier though, because the two cards that we have at S tier are very strong. Oh, Medusa. This card is pretty bad on Switch, to be honest with you. This is a C tier character. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Ultimate ability can be useful, but it's not consistent, and you really have to be on point with your tracking to do consistent damage. Poke Hunter. This is another card that struggles in the current meta due to the fire rate. Does okay damage, small hitbox, but isn't able to dish it out effectively enough, so C tier. The boss, easy A tier, Stan Lee finds himself as a viable defensive character yet again. Not quite as strong as he used to be, but still viable. Lilith might be the strongest defensive card out there. You have to be careful of this card in all scenarios. Limitless range, huge damage, and an ultimate ability that's basically a guaranteed kill. This is the top of S tier, right above Hubble. Last but not least, Slimer. This guy's a D tier. Not much to say about him. He's not strong. He's not good at anything, really. But that kind of concludes our defensive tier list. Now you know which cards you need for your team defense. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Enjoy the rest of this match as it plays out for you guys. Don't forget to join Twisted Alliance Gaming if you're on the Nintendo Switch. I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Order confirmed. FRAG confirmed.